Hi everyone, my name is Asal. I'm one of the co-founders and directors of Anonymous for the Voiceless. I'm making this video to talk about the impossible food or the impossible burger. I've seen a lot of arguments on social media for and against the impossible burger, so I thought it would be a good idea for me to do a video and talk about this. Before I start talking about the impossible burger, I'd like to talk about what veganism is. What is the definition of veganism and what does it mean to be vegan? I have also heard people say things like being vegan is trying to cause the least amount of harm, or by going vegan you're causing the least amount of harm. And I myself used to say that, but I have realized that that's not actually true, because as vegans we're still causing some harm, and we are trying to do our best, obviously, of course. However, that statement is not true. Veganism is about avoiding animal exploitation as far as possible and practicable. Veganism is not about being perfect. Vegans are not perfect. It's not possible to cause no harm. And also, by thinking we're always causing the least amount of harm, that's a very gray area. Veganism is about being practicable and possible in avoiding animal exploitation. Now, let's talk about Impossible Food. Impossible Food is a company that came out with this product, Impossible Burger, and they say that now they're not a vegan company and the product is not vegan. I've seen that screenshot going around that they said it themselves that this product is plant-based. I would say that because of vegans and animal rights activists contacting them and putting a lot of pressure on them, they decided to come out and say that, yeah, this product is actually not vegan. But let's look at what they have done. So when this company came out with this new product, there was an ingredient that they used, the heme that they used, that was never used in food before. Now, what is that product? So heme is found in plants and as well as meat. And that's what gives it that umami flavor, that salty, that bloody flavor, the meaty flavor. So they found out that they can take that from soy and it will actually do the same, and it will give the same flavoring to the food. But because it was never used before, they did the testing to get all the approvals that they needed to, so that they could have this product available in various locations in many places. It was something that they volunteered to do. They didn't have to do it necessarily. My understanding is that they did it because they wanted to get the extra approvals so that that product could be available in more places and to more people. Obviously, as an animal rights activist, I'm against animal testing, and it is disgusting, and we should always avoid it if we can. It's also been proven that it's just not effective. Going back to the Impossible Food, they did the testing one time, one round, and now the product is available in almost every restaurant, vegan and non-vegan. A lot of the fast food joints now have this product available, so it's very accessible for the majority of public. People can just go in and find it anywhere. Another thing that this means is that because the ingredient was never used before, now that it has got all the approval, any other company can also use that ingredient in future to create new products, similar products. So that's a plus for vegans, for veganism, because that means more vegan products, more plant-based options that are going to be very convincing to carnists. So what this company did is no different to what other companies do or have done. So a lot of the companies that we currently support, for example, cosmetic brands and makeup brands, some of them are fully vegan, they don't test on animals, and they don't have any products that have any animal ingredients in them. But a lot of the companies that we buy products from are not fully vegan. They could be cruelty-free, meaning they don't test on animals, but within the range of the products that they might have 10% of the items that they sell might have something like beeswax in it, which comes from an animal. So that makes it non-vegan. So the company is not vegan, but that particular product that you will buy from them that says vegan on the packaging is vegan. When you look at food items, when you go to a supermarket and buy chips or cookies that has additives in it, those ingredients were also once tested on animals, and some are regularly being tested on animals. One of the most common things is the food coloring that is found in a lot of the processed food. So those ingredients are tested on animals. Sometimes the testing happens once, they just do it one round and that's it. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it happens multiple times over time, and multiple companies might be doing it, or it might be that one company did it but now everyone else is using it, so they don't have to do the testing. So again, Impossible Foods is not doing anything or did not do anything different to what those companies are doing. So every time we buy a product from the supermarket, like I said, it could be cosmetics, it could be food, might have an ingredient in there that was once tested on animals, even if it says vegan on the packaging. Isn't it a bit silly to say, because those companies are not directly testing on animals, then I'm going to support them. But because Impossible Foods themselves tested that ingredient on animals, I'm not going to support this company. However, in future, if another company comes out with the same ingredient, because they don't need to test it anymore, I'm going to buy the products from them and I'm going to support them. What kind of logic is that? You're still supporting that ingredient that was once tested on animals. So there is no difference whether your money goes to Impossible Foods or another company in future. You're still buying the same ingredient. Also, when you go and do your shopping at the regular supermarket, most supermarkets are not fully vegan. Actually, it's very rare to find a fully vegan little store somewhere that has everything vegan and the owner is vegan, so you would consider that as a fully vegan business. In most cases, most of us don't have access to that. We just go to the supermarket and we just go and buy vegan products. Or we go to non-vegan restaurants and we order vegan food. We drive our car, we go to a petrol station that is not vegan. We take public transport, not vegan. We pay rent to a landlord that is not vegan. We pay our taxes to the government's not vegan. Our money is constantly going towards businesses that are not fully vegan. We're just being inconsistent if we are going to just pick and choose one company. I like them, I'm going to support them even though they're owned by a non-vegan company, or the product is vegan but the company is not. But then Impossible Foods, fuck them, I'm not going to support them because they tested on animals. We're just not being consistent if we're thinking like that. I remember years ago when I went vegan, I used to boycott Body Shop because I had heard that they were owned by L'Oreal, which is a non-vegan company. For years and years, even though they had all these vegan items, I was just not buying from them because I thought, well, they're owned by L'Oreal, so I don't want my money to go there. But then I realized that's just stupid, because everything I'm doing, my money is always going to a non-vegan company. It's really rare that my money is actually supporting a fully vegan company. And we should do that as well. Of course, we should support vegan businesses, but we do live in a non-vegan world, and it's not practical to always go for fully vegan businesses. So if I go to the supermarket and buy a bunch of vegan stuff, and my money is going towards that supermarket, then I can go to a restaurant and I can order the Impossible food as long as it comes with vegan bread and cheese and mayo. And there is no difference between those two actions. If we don't want to buy the products because we just don't like it, we don't like that this company tested on animals, I don't want to buy that burger ever, that's fine. But don't boycott it and don't run campaigns against that company, because that company is not doing anything different to other companies that you're supporting. And also, by doing that, you're not sending a practical message to kindness. You're not going to be convincing enough if you say, don't support that product because it's owned by a non-vegan company. Don't buy this product because they tested on animals once. Don't go there because that company also tests on animals, or this company is owned by another non-vegan company. Only go to vegan businesses. Don't go to non-vegan restaurants and order vegan food. It's not practical. We want the vegan message to be as practical as possible. We want people to be convinced that it's easy, it's practical, and these products are easy to have access to. And that should be our message. So again, if you don't like the product and you don't want to support it, don't do it. But you shouldn't be going around boycotting it and encouraging others to do the same. This product is actually dominating the market. Everywhere you go, they have the Impossible Burger on the menu. Sometimes the item is fully vegan, sometimes you might have to remove the mayo and the cheese, but you can still get it vegan. And you can still tell others to go and support the product, because again, there is no difference between buying that and the pack of gum that you're buying from your supermarket that says vegan on it, because the sugar alternative on that, or the coloring in that, or the flavoring in that was once tested on animals. Or again, doing your shopping. Where are you doing your shopping? Are you ever traveling? Are you taking a flight? Are you taking the train? Do you ever drive a car? Everything we're doing every single day is supporting a non-vegan business. And that's fine, because we do live in a non-vegan world, and that's the best that we can do. So again, Impossible Foods, the company, is not a vegan company. Let's all agree that they're not vegan. The Impossible Burger that you're buying, the very burger that you're buying from Burger King, was never tested on animals and is fully vegan, as long as it doesn't come with any animal products such as cheese, mayo. The bread sometimes has egg or milk in it. So you have to be careful when you see Impossible Burger on the menu somewhere. You need to make sure that everything on there is also vegan. But the product is vegan and we can still support it. So please do your research, keep an open mind, and be consistent with your values.